Coming out representing New Wave Academy. This is a 61 kilogram fight in the women's division. Women's MMA has come so far from this kind of fringe, thing that even some kind of left-leaning people were slightly dismissive of. And then the Ronda Rousey effect initially, maybe even Gina Carano before that as well, on a slightly lesser stage on Strikeforce, has become this mainstream and like almost feminist sport now, where the women can do it just as well as the men.
Yes, it is a postmodern phenomenon, Chris, if we really want to break it down in those cases. However, it's really just an equal playing field. The ladies want to smash each other's faces just as much as the men do.
Yeah.
And we've got, of course, Katie, the Bakic. She's going to be bringing it down and trying to bring the thunder all the way from New Wave Academy. And like we've got a lot of great anecdotes about female MMA, women's MMA in general, the fact that they have to train with a lot of men, the fact that they tend, women are just are better multitaskers. They can be punching you in the face while thinking about armbarring you, whereas I can only think about one thing at a time. So there are some real gifts that ladies bring, plus the fact that because they don't have to rely on strength, they have flawless technique for the most part. Sometimes I think, Chris, the worst thing you can have stepping into a martial arts gym for the first time is a huge level of athleticism, because then you use that to kind of paint over the cracks in your technique. And, well, the ladies don't usually have that kind of an option.
And that's why some of the greats have started as children. A classic example of this is Roger Gracie, 10 times Jiu-Jitsu world champion. And he's like one of the most athletic people I've met, but he started as a young child doing Jiu-Jitsu with his older brothers and his cousins, where he was the smallest, weakest guy in the gym, and he had to have that amazing technique. And then all of a sudden, as a teenager, got some huge athleticism, and what a difference it made. And that's why you can have someone so big and so strong with such flawless moves.
Okay, Bakic, she's got a face like thunder, and she's ready to bring it.
Charlie Burke is under head coach Paul Sutherland, who's a bit of a UK MMA legend, and a UFC judge as well, Paul Sutherland. I know he's over there at Trojan Free Fighters. Now, Trojan Free Fighters, I remember back in the day, Steve, maybe 15, 20 years ago, when I was trying to find someone to do mixed martial arts, it might have been one of two clubs in the country. It was the original hardcore gym, and they've had so many amazing fighters like Ronnie Man and others, Cage Warriors, Cage Rage fighters back in the day, all coming out of Trojan Free Fighters.
Yeah, it was one of the coolest gyms rocking up, even when I was starting fighting about 11 years.
Cool
yeah,
logo.
The logo's great. They just came as a team all in uniform, and I remember being shook by them a couple of times. Just thinking, oh God, I'm not fighting those guys, am I? But we're not having to fight guys tonight. It's Charlie Burke. She's coming in representing and wrapping that Trojan Free Fighters around her. So she's all wrapped up in Trojan. She's ready to come in, make some noise in the cage. She's getting her final instructions there from her team. They are quite a stylish gym. I
like the Trojan legend as well. I think with martial arts, there's this kind of generally accepted thing that we all think of Japan, but I mean, historically, martial arts is just people figuring out a way to hurt each other, really. And the Greeks and the Trojans, they had it down. It's all the strategy, the art of war. Also, the Chinese, the Indians, that's beautiful Indian martial arts. And obviously Brazil has become famed for its warriors in the late 19th century as well.
Yep, get your opponent to let their guard down and then infiltrate or exploit their weakness there. And that's what we have Charlie Burke ready to do. And this is a 61 kilos, so it is a bantamweight fight. So you mentioned Ronda Rousey, the current champion.
Former champion. go, Steve. Everyone in Gloucester has been really looking forward to this fight.
I'm just very excited. Amanda Nunes, by the way, is the current UFC bantamweight champion. She's an absolute savage and a beast. She comes out with a lion face. But it's not about her today. It's Bakic and it's Burke.
We have Kate Bakic in the grey shorts and Charlie Burke in the black.
Just looking at Bakic, she seems very explosive, very athletic. She kicks to the open side there. 1-2 leg kick. That old chestnut.
Burke's keeping her guard nice and tight.
She's backing up. Some good cage control here from Bakic.
Oh, Burke's eating big shots.
Back to the cage, and she gets just a little bit off balance there. Now she's on the leg as Bakic. Good from Burke to hike her up there. Give her a lot to think about. She's digging the underhook. Looking to turn.
What does Bakic need to do here, Steve, to finish this takedown?
Bacic's well out of the takedown now. What she needs to do is get her head over onto her left side. She's doing well to keep the head under the chin now so she can land some leg kicks. And then weaken that underhook side of Burke. Possibly come low. She's got a body lock here. She's just on the wrong side to finish it at the moment.
She's switching sides. Looks like she was going for kind of an outside trip then, but Bale was doing some nice damage with the knees up the middle.
Yeah, you see Burke just troubling her there with the left underhook. She's doing well. Oh, gosh!
Nice cheeky knee from Burke off the cage.
And we saw Bakic almost kind of collapse there into that single leg. Good. Burke's got the underhook, pulls her up again. And I know it doesn't look like a lot here, but Bakic is spending loads of energy pushing in, holding on, dropping. And she ate that knee too, so you gotta wonder how that's gonna affect her win.
Lovely knee again from Burke. Just sneaking them in. She doesn't seem to have the power to be able to turn this position around and get Bakic against the cage or separate.
Yeah, it's just because she's not owning the head position here. Bacic's got head position. She's dropping low now. She might be able to connect her fingers and get the takedown. That's what she's looking for.
Yeah, good wrestling and pressure fundamentals from Bakic.
That lovely underhook there. Lovely underhook. Now we got 2 underhooks here from Burke. She could easily turn this if she just controls the head position. And they separate there in a nice head kick. Misses and glances. Now it's all to play for here in the middle of the ring.
Oh.
Yeah, Bakic steams forward.
Burke at 2 or 3 shots on the way in.
She got the single. Yep, she's dragged it out. Nice snatch single. Some chest pressure there. As we saw earlier in the night, it can end from here. Burke does well to climb up, maybe attacking the arm.
Oh, beautiful pass to half guard from the New Wave Academy standout.
Oh, Bacic's now able to fire shots with impunity.
There's a very short time left in this round, but Burke needs to be active, otherwise referee Alan Jackson's going to put a stop to this, but no, she's done well. She's turned onto her side, she's got on the left side.
Big shots here.
Burke's getting the shin across, which means she can push Bakic away. Good. She did well to survive that. I mean, got on the correct side, turned in, got a knee in the way. Strong round though for Bakic.
Burke nods to Alan Jackson, says that she's all right. It was a really interesting position there from Bakic. You wouldn't think of it as one of the most dominant positions on the ground, but being in that half guard it's an excellent position because you're able to sit back, land shots, you can pass the knee over and get into what we call quarter guard and still land shots there, whereas side control allows some openings.
I remember doing some submission wrestling rounds with I think it's Dagestani wrestling champion, and I couldn't hold him on the ground. And I even like pulling guard and the kind of standard jiu-jitsu stuff, I couldn't do anything to this guy. And then I pulled half guard, and I was managing to hold them down on the floor from that position, get a sweep, and then half guard top. And sometimes it's actually a really good position to attach yourself to the person on the bottom and stop them being able to cage walk or get back onto their feet.
I think we're in a pretty even contest at the moment, at least judging from the fact that the coaches had to be moved on from the middle of the cage there. And now it's the ladies in the arena. Burke, Bakic coming in for the second round here. Interesting from Bakic there, a little shift there into southpaw. She's really steaming forward behind that right hand.
You see, Burke looks comfortable at range, but when Bakic closes the distance, she kind of hands going down, almost eyes closed, chin comes up.
We can see this being the new approach. Oh, good from Burke here, pushing the head so that Bakic has to look to her own knees. I think the order from the corner there of Bakic was to get in on the clinch and get low and try to get on the takedown. Really good hip toss there. And we're back on top in a quarter guard, just where we left off the last stanza.
Difference is she's got a lot more time to work at this time. This could be over.
Full mount, big shots landing, ones or twos.
Back of the head a little bit.
Oh, and there's the stoppage there. Just unanswered shots constantly there. Big left hands there. Wow, Kate Bakic shows what New Wave Academy is all about with a big victory there. Alan Jackson has to stop it just before any more damage is done. Obviously, fighter safety is of the utmost importance in all MMA competitions, but especially here at MMA Battle Arena, where we have the best judges, the best referees in the game. Bakic already celebrating in the middle of the cage with her team. But Burke is back on her feet. She looks to be all right. She's shaking it off.
Yeah, the New Wave Academy standout. What a performance. As soon as she got the takedown, you could see the difference in skill level. Once she got it to the ground, very comfortable being on top. Did a lot of damage, smoothly passed to that full mount. There's a huge amount of damage, and there's so long left in the round. And Burke had no way out of that. The referee, Alan Jackson, was forced to call the stop to the contest. Excellent performance by Bakic. And I am here with your winner, Kate Bakic. How does that feel, winner on Battle Arena in Gloucester?
Oh man, it's just fucking amazing. It's been 4 years since I fought last time, and I've been working my ass off to be here. First of all, massive respect to Charlie. A lot of other fighters said no to fighting me for no fucking reason. So yeah, respect Charlie. Thank you for accepting this fight. This is just to like start this whole fucking thing again. It was great.
And the finish was incredible. You got the mount. It looked like she had no chance of escaping. Is that something you work on a lot in the gym?
Yeah, like there's no chance once I'm there. Like first round, I just didn't have enough time. I took my time. You know, it like I didn't expect a break in between the interval, so I've been kind of warming up for hours. I left London like 10 AM, so it's like a long day. So the first round's kind of like a warm up. I'm a slow burner. The second round, I was like, I have to finish it. I have to finish it.
And what do you think is next for you going forward after such an impressive win?
See this word? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm aiming for. There's no stopping me. I'm not planning to be fighting amateur for long. This is just to get the feel of being back in the cage. I still got quite a lot of grappling stuff going on as well. But yeah, any fight, I'll take it. Semi-pro, pro, whatever that is, any rules, any opponent. Bantamweight, flyweight, I'm up for it.
Well, you heard it here, first women's division, you're in trouble. Kate Bakic is coming after those belts. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And with that, we are back to the cage.